Hey guys, Mr. Jalapeno here with another episode of Jalapeno Drywall. And on today's project, I'm going to be showing you how I repaired this drywall hole here in the bathroom right next to the light fixture. So first thing you got to do is lay down some plastic, that way you don't make a mess. I also moved that light fixture a little bit, that way I have more room to work. Then you're going to want to get some wood backing, that way you have something to screw your drywall to. Just make sure not to put the screws in too deep, you just want to leave a little dimple. And if you are working around electrical lines, just be careful with those. Next, grab your utility knife and clean up around the seam of the patch. Grab a little bit of this Easy Sand 5, add a little bit of water. You can also use regular joint compound, but we want to finish this patch today, so I recommend you use this Easy Sand 5. Make sure when you apply the hot mud to get it into the seams, that's called a pre-fill. And now we're going to add a little bit of this fiber fuse over the patch. This is going to help reinforce it, and that way it doesn't crack. You can also use mesh tape or paper tape, it's up to you. Next, you're going to want to apply that Easy Sand 5 over the fiber fuse tape. I'm using my 6-inch to apply, and what this is going to do is that it's just going to hide that tape, that way you can't see a patch there. I applied one coat, I let it dry for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then I applied a super thin second coat. Once the second coat dries a little bit, I like to wipe the edge with the wet rag. This is going to help blend that patch just a little bit more. If you don't have texture on your walls, just skip this step. I'm using a little hand pump to texture this patch, that way I don't have to take out my compressor. You can also just use that texture in a can. I'm not a fan of those, but that's an option as well. And once you shoot the texture, let it set for about 5 to 10 minutes before you knock it down. You can also use your putty knife to knock it down, but I personally like to use that magic trowel. But anyways, now all you have to do is let it dry before you start painting. I recommend to let it dry overnight, that way it dries 100%. Then you're just going to want to grab a little sanding block and sand the patch a little bit. You don't want to go too crazy here because you're going to, remove all the texture. So just be careful, and then grab a wet rag and wipe off the overspray from the sides. And now all that's left is just to paint. And if you do like this type of content, don't forget to like and follow. And if you want to get any of the tools or materials I used here in this video, just go to the link in my bio, click on my Amazon storefront, and you could get them there. They are affiliate links, so I do benefit monetarily if you're kind enough to use it, but that's it. Jalapeno Solutions. Boom!